What's up, guys? Welcome back to Sports Talk 101. Today's video, cutting more prediction videos. Cutting for the Big 12 today. We look at BYU. BYU is a really good team. They're one of the best teams in the Big 12, along with Texas Tech. This is a playoff caliber team. 11 wins last year. Of course, losses to Texas Tech. This is a team that's really good offensively and defensively. I do like that coach. I do like head coach Kalini Stacky. Take one of the best coaches out there in one of the top coaches. I'll do a coach ranking in a second in a video, but they're a really good coach. Well coached team, well balanced team, offensively, defensively. Say what you want to say about BYU, the whole Norman and the whole situation with BYU, tradition, all that. It is a really good program, football wise. They just seems to be the best program football in terms of in the Big 12 level. One of the best programs out of the Big 12. They recruit really well. They are not doing really well in the transfer portal, but they do clear nicely in the transfer portal. Good offensively, defensively. I'm curious to see how BYU does in 2026. They were fantastic last year. They were fun to watch team last year. They're for the dark horse team. I can see this BYU. If it can make a big splash, they can win. Not win, but they can make a playoff game. That's not so they win the national. They can win the Big 12. They can. They're competing for the Big 12, obviously, but they're also competing for a spot in playoff. They got Texas Tech and basically Utah. The other two competitors within the conference. So we'll see how it goes for the Cougars of BYU. Let's say 24th overall ranking, 21 competition, and 39th. Decent recruiting class coming in. And how come into another contend, and then clip nicely in the transfer portal. And the over under right now it is 8.5. Look at the schedule. I'm gonna take the over. I just think this is really got a good chance to do really good things in the future. And look, and much as I say that to myself, it's the fact that I do believe. All right, you saw the season against Utah Tech, in-state game. I don't know if it was a rivalry game, but in-state game. You win at home game. We got Arizona State coming in. So Arizona coming in. You win that one. You win against Colorado. You're 3-0. Hanging first bye week. Over and under at 8.5. You beat Golden Road, you beat TCU, you beat Iowa State, you beat Notre Dame, you beat UCF, you beat you go on the road, tough fight against Utah, you beat Baylor, have you beat Kansas, and beat Cincinnati. 12-0, undefeated, you make the playoffs. Come on. Now, could you go 11-1 with loss? Look, you could lose to Notre Dame. Could you lose to Utah? Yes. Could you go 10-2? Yes. Could you go 11-1? Absolutely. Could you go 12-0? Absolutely. I mean, it's anybody's game. I just don't know. The future is for BYU, but I haven't gone undefeated right now. It is hard to go undefeated. There'll be a loss. The only loss I see is Notre Dame and Utah. Okay? Those are two dead losses right there. Maybe TCU could trip up TCU because it's on the road in Fort Worth, but not really a losable game. But the only two games that are really tough they could lose. Look, they could go split Notre Dame and Utah, or go either go 0-2, 1-1, or 2-0 against Notre Dame and Utah. And the both one's home and one's on the road. And one of them is a rivalry game, and was a non-rivalry game. So I think they made both rivalry games. I remember. But up against Utah, huge rivalry game between BYU and Utah. But is this going to be a tough schedule it is a tough schedule, two tough games, one at home, one on the road. We'll see what the future brings for the Cougars. Like I said, a great team offensively, defensively. It's also a little bit of a mind game too. We'll see. Again, look, this is people prediction videos, okay? When I make these videos now, could I be wrong in 2026 with the season such? Absolutely. Look, when I make these videos, I'm predicting what will come. I'm not saying they'll win the national championship game. I'm just saying that this is what I think will happen in 2026 season. Will it actually happen? No. Chance of it is happening? Maybe 5%. Because what I predict now come September may be inaccurate. Now, could I be 100% wrong? Wait, I could be. Look, I took BYU to go 10-2 last year. They won 11-1. Taken BYU to, I've taken teams to go, certain record and they upset. Or do really well, I think they're going to do really well, and then they shut the bed. So you don't know what's going to come up, and then you'll play really teams like Iowa State, Baylor, Kansas, UCF. You don't know how these teams are going to do in 2026. You don't know the matchups. You know what the matchups are, but you just don't know how the teams are going to do. You rely on, transfer portal, the rankings, the schedule it is from last year's game, who's coming back, who's not coming back, any teams at corporate level. Look at all the rankings and then recruiting, transfer portal, and then of course look at the schedule between among teams and say, okay, who'll play, where the workers are, where the home games are, where to play home, where to play road, where the tough games are, where any trap games, games are supposed to win, games are not supposed to win, games are supposed to lose to, games are supposed to lose to, all that scenarios, and that's what makes these predictions very hard to predict. This is why I start these on Memorial Day weekend, and usually go up to August. I do many as I can in the summertime because it's over 100 colleges that play college football from Division 1 to Division 3. I mainly focus Division 1 just because nobody is interested in Division 2 or Division 3. Not to say nobody is interested, it's just the population is a little less. Division 2, Division 3, Division 1, just a little bit more people watch Division 1 football than Division 2, Division 3. Not to say people watch it unless you're alumni of a university or know someone that gone there, or maybe because of local university, and those who can use it cheaper than Division 1 team. Unless they go from easy to go to maybe a team within a small school than a bigger school like Michigan or Michigan State, if that makes sense. Like us on the head of Chris Miller, I suppose I want to say out to that video. Peace.